Okay, how you doing? It's Victor, your friendly neighborhood carpenter, back again. As you can see, this segment, we're going to talk about where we're at and where we're headed. The last time we spoke about finishing the sheetrock or the drywall, and as you can take a look, come on in, you can see how the drywall's all in, the window's in. Now you might be wondering, why is the window sitting so far back and not flush to the wall? Well, technically, it needs to be flush to the exterior wall. One of the reasons this wall is so wide is because this so happens to be the chimney wall. And because the chimney's on the inside of the house, rather than have a soffit, the entire wall goes across flat. They covered up previously, whoever did it covered it up flat. So we were stuck with this, but that's fine because this is a perfect location for, let's say, a small plant or something like that. Once I put a sill. You're also wondering, why do I have the electrical in when I should normally wait till after? Well, my own preference is I like to make sure everything's working functionally before I start to close up the room. So I'll put the outlets in, I'll put the electricals all in and check everything before I do that. The same thing with the plumbing. Now, as you can see, I have 2 holes for my radiator. That's going to go in there. We're going to put a 2-foot radiator, excuse me. This will fit right here. Now, one of the reasons that I haven't put the radiator yet, install the radiator yet is because I want to put the tile down. Right now, if I try to put the radiator in first and then put the tile, then I got to figure out how I'm going to cut around all of this. As opposed to put the tile down first, I'll drill 2 holes and then we'll get a nice clean cut. We'll have everything will look perfectly uniform.
So the tile's got to come in first before the heater?
Well, that depends on who's doing the job. Some people might do the radiator first and then cut around it. But I think that's going to look wrong. It's not going to look as aesthetically pleasing to the eye as putting the floor down first. The next step today, I'm going to work on putting down the floor. Once I put the floor down, I'll cover it and I'll tape up the room. Taping will take a few days because it's a process. It doesn't matter how big or how small. I'll put the tape down and put the first coat today after I finish the floor, because it's a small floor. I should be able to knock it out in a few hours.
So you're going to put a first coat of?
Tape, compound tape.
Okay.
You tape all the corners, the seams, and then you put the first coat down. Then tomorrow you have to wait because there's no actual heat. There's enough heat, but not enough heat to dry and try to put the second coat. If you try to put the second coat on top of the first before it's completely dry, all you're going to do is mess up the first coat.
Okay.
So that's about it. You know, we're going to have our sink here. It's very small, compact. It's what they call one of these floating sinks where it's attached to the wall. The vanity will be inserted into this wall. I'll cut a slide out, slide it in. The lights will go on. All of this will go in after I finish painting.
Okay.
The door will be next. After I do all that, I'll put the door in this way. Since someone is living in the home, when I start to sand down, not much sanding. If you're good with the tape, then you won't have too much sanding, but there will still always be a little bit of sanding. That's why I'll put the door, I'll close the door and keep everything in here and open the window and let it go out that way. So that the owner of the property doesn't wind up with a bunch of compound all over the place. It tends to float in the air. All right, that's about it for right now. But we'll pick it up. We'll pick it back up after we get the floor down and the door in.
Okay. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.
Okay.